China against Japan. Hello everybody, I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mick Bett. And Mick, this is what it all gets down to. The winner advances to the title game to face Australia, who just beat Korea. The loser will face Korea in the third place game. And China, questions abound. How can they survive against a very good Japanese team without their starting point guard, Chen Xiaojia, who hasn't played because of an injury? And now how can Japan play without Yoshida, who appears to have been injured too much yesterday or aggravated the knee injury and will be kept out of today's game, it appears.
Well, hi Jeff and hi everyone. Final game of Group A today, second semi-final, and to be honest with you, Jeff, this is what we've been waiting for all week, the final matchups. We thought there'd be 4 or 5 good teams in this tournament, and we were proved right. This is semi-final number 2. This is the one I think everybody wants to see. I've been saying all along, China might be second best in the world right now, along with Australia, push or shove, one or the other. I don't think this Japanese team are quite the same standard as Australia or China, but I'm out there to be proved wrong, and this game will prove me wrong or right.
Well, hello everybody. If you're just joining us, we are in Bengaluru, India, and it's the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. It's the second semifinal between Japan and China. Tournaments like this have plenty of twists and turns. Japan having given Australia a real run for their money. We think Yoshida won't be able to play today, which means more minutes for Yoshida, as well as Fujioka, the Japanese blur. And now we'll also get a good look at China, who really haven't been tested. And Mick, I'm going to take you on. I think this Japan team can win, and I think perhaps this China team might be a little bit suspect in the ball handling department. But we shall see how they hold up to against that pressure, no doubt, that they're going to see from Japan.
Yep, valid points, Jeff. Valid points, got no problem with that. It's out there to be seen now. You put the gauntlet down, have you? You haven't done it all week.
Well, I have to be honest. I was talking to someone prominent, and they put that idea in my head. So I'll tell you who it is later off camera.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to have the playing of the national anthems for both Japan and Australia. Excuse me, Japan and China, and Japan lining up here. And remember, the winner of this game will play Australia in the title game. The loser will play Korea. All 4 of those teams have already clinched spots in the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup to be played in Spain next year. Now the national anthems. So the national anthems have been played, and these 2 familiar foes meet at midcourt. The Japanese have gotten the better of them of the showdowns the last couple of FIBA Women's Asia Cups. 2013, 2015, going on to win the titles. Of course, those Japanese teams had Ramu Tokashiki, their big center, who's in the WMA, and she is not playing here at this tournament right now, but Japanese still look formidable. We're going to have a look at the rosters for both of these teams and starting lineups, but before that, I'm guessing we're going to see a picture of three very important figures in this game. There they are. Take it over, Mick.
Yeah, Lebanon, Kazakhstan, and Thailand. They have got the honor, really, of doing a FIBA Asia Women's Cup semi-final, and I'm sure I've got no complaints with the referees all week, except for the calls they've got wrong. But you know, that's the way it goes in life. They make some mistakes, as we all do. I think we'll get the Chinese lineup first, in terms of all the runners and riders, and then we'll get the starters up for you. As you see, both teams going through a fairly rigorous warm-up. There's Japan first. So Fujioka won. She wears one Jeff for a reason. That's because she is going to be #1 in the world at one time. Watch out for the other stalwarts on that team: Takata, Osaki, Miyazawa, and of course Yoshida will back up a point guard. It's interesting to see what they've got here. Takata, Mizushima, who played well yesterday, #7, in replace of Kondo. That's interesting to see her come in. Mizushima. There's Takata, 8. So we know Yoshida, 12, is going to be injured. I doubt if Fujioka's going to start. I didn't see her name up there, Jeff. You'll have to, you might have got there before I did to see who was starting for the Japanese. For the Chinese, Li Yuru down the bottom there, #16, is in the top 3 in scoring in the tournament. She's definitely not #1. She might be 2 or 3. Sun Mengran, who is 2 spaces above her, is injured, although we did see her warm up and limping away during the warm up. Shen Xiao at guard, Zhao, Gao, and Li. The Li is 18 years of age. The youngster could be playing at the FIBA under-19 in Women's Championship in Italy. She is here with the senior team. That's how good she is. And if you get to see her play, that is one option Japan need to look after very, very closely. She'll get to the bucket. She'll be a presence. She's almost impossible to get around because she's almost 6'8", 6'9", and a big body too, and I mean that nicely.
Tom Huvas, he's been the assistant coach for Japan, but has been very influential in this team really for the last few years. Wong Jing has been terrific, #11, and Maki Takata, 10 points and 9 rebounds. He really came out in a very awkward quarterfinal against Chinese Taipei and played exceptionally well in the third quarter when Tom Huvas's team finally got to grips with Chinese Taipei. And you can say what you want to about these two guys. They've both been assistants. Now they're the lead man. Zhu Limin, perhaps the toughest taskmaster of the two. But I still think with Japan, you know, they're battle hardened. They faced a very good Australia team. They lost that game, but in fact, they didn't really lose it. Australia won it. And it's going to be a fascinating encounter. What is going to be the thought process of both of these sets of players? China knowing they haven't beaten Japan in the big game now for some time. And Japan looking to prove that they can win, perhaps without Yoshida and definitely without Ramu Tokashiki. Hello everybody, welcome to Bengaluru, India. It's the FIBA Women's Asia Cup, the second semifinal between Japan in red and China in the white. China attacking the basket to the left of your screen, and they win the opening tip. It was Osaki, formerly Yuka Mamiya, who is jumping center and traveling an early call against Li Yuru, the 18-year-old that we're both fond of.
Press down the floor here for China. They're going to make sure they put plenty of pressure. They're going to run these guards. They know Yoshida is injured. Therefore, can they take some legs out of these Japanese guards?
Nice pass from Fujioka, already making an impact, and perhaps the size of China already causing problems for Japan.
Definitely a few nerves, Jeff.
Yeah, there seem to be.
How often do you see a Chinese team just going from coast to coast with a layup? Not often. This team plays with a bit more spirit than teams you've seen in the past from China.
And Sucky gets her shot blocked. Takata slips over and gets the rebound. They've reset the shot clock, and I don't think they should have, right?
It's a frenetic pace, Jeff.
It is.
For sure, yeah.
And really, the pace by China surprises me.
Yeah, you're right about the shot clock reset.
You would think that you expect Japan to play fast, but China have matched them so far.
Jeff, Liuru's out after 1 minute and 4 seconds. I'm not sure what's wrong.
Well, he's going to go with the more veteran Hong Pen.
She looks a little disconsolate on that bench over there. I'm not sure what's going on. And then the bench have told her, get up, come and stand with us.
Strange.
The other 5 are standing behind. They just like to stand and stretch back behind the
She's
bench.
lasted all of 1 minute and 4 seconds. Has she injured herself, or has she been yanked out for performance?
Well, the coach is asking her, either asking her, are you okay, or do you understand what's going on? That's what he's saying to her.
You mean, is she dazed?
Yeah, she looks like she might be a little teary over there.
Interesting that Miyazawa starting after that terrific performance in the quarterfinal for Japan instead of Kondo, and she's guilty of the first turnover.
For Hovasta. He's replaced Kondo with Miyazawa.
So
a big game in the quarterfinal.
So far for me, it looks like Japan are a little more nervous. But here's Fujioka.
I think you're right.
And now, great play, and Nakaoka comes up with it. Well, there's not too much between Nakaoka and Ting. Nakaoka gets inside, misses.
My only wonder with Japan is they've got the better guards, no doubt about it. Fujioka's the best guard here. Inside, do they have the presence to really go after China? I don't know.
Well, they commit the foul there on Ting.
Sorry, Jeff, you have to speak up a bit. Who was the foul on?
Nagaoka, was it?
It was on Ting, though. Was it against Ting?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, Ting. And Swan drives down the line. And the player who is back in the national team for the first time in 3 years makes her impact felt.
Turned the corner nicely, went hard, little reach there. Was it Nagaoka? It was indeed. First foul for the 0 on the score sheet. Pressure again down the floor. They're going to run some legs out of Fujioka, which might not happen.
Oh, Osaki has to be careful. She don't want to pick up a cheap foul, bumping on Zhao Shuang.
Mismatch Fujioka, Jeff. What's this?
She goes right to the basket. And you said it, Mick. She saw the mismatch and took off.
Oh, wow. And it was the speed with which she... This is the #1 guard outside of America, Jeff. I'm telling you, in the world.
Yeah, I agree. If you're watching, sign her.
And there aren't many in America as good either.
Look at Hong Pin. Or no. Was that Gao Song?
Yeah, Gao.
And tough shot under pressure from Zhao Shuang, and look at this. China are the ones that are really pushing the pace.
Jeff, they should just have a 3-team tournament. China, Japan, and Australia. And that would be so much fun. Over and over. Just let these teams play. They are just a lot of fun to watch.
And meanwhile, I don't see Li Yoru anywhere for China.
She's at the back there, isn't she? Standing up.
No, I don't see her. And three-pointer no good. Japan battling each other for the rebound and gives it back to China. And Hong Ping going up and trying to get some contact. Oh yeah, she's back there.
She's right at the back, yeah.
Yeah, she's behind Li Ming.
There's something not quite up with either. The coach was upset with her, or she's a little emotional. I'm not sure, but
well, she had some contact with Osaki immediately. Oh, beautiful pass from Fujioka, but Osaki looked like she wasn't ready. Look at her. And the entry pass goes off China, but Right now, Japan finding it very difficult against this Chinese defense.
Yeah, and Jeff, my problem for Japan, can they score at the 3-4-5 position? Can they be a presence at those three positions? See, straight away, Sucky comes out, so there's something not quite. Hovas is not quite convinced.
Oh, fakes the handoff, and very difficult pass from Takata to Fujioka.
Yeah, another mistake.
You know, we're used to seeing Fujioka come off the bench, so they've lost that element. And Hong pin turns. And right now, the bigs.
Super move. That's your backup big man as well, big 5 girl. What's the correct term, Jeff?
And
5.
Miyazawa drives in. She was quiet in the quarterfinal.
Miyazawa?
Yeah, we were surprised.
Had a good game, I think the penultimate game in the groups, didn't she, Miyazawa? You know what was good last night was Nakaoka. Big, huge game.
28 points. And Miyazawa bends her knees and makes.
Miyazawa had
both.
19 against Australia in the last group game, so it's always good to have big games against big teams. Anybody can have big games against the minnows.
Yeah, Chinese Taipei are a lot smaller, both literally and figuratively. Gao Song puts up a 3. And now Fujioka, the diagonal to Mizushima. And look at the trap. And a foul.
I tell you, Jeff, you made a comment earlier in commentary right at the beginning. I think that the guard position, especially the point guard position, that is China's weakest element. Now, this young lady coming in here, Li Meng, 6, I think solves a few problems for him because she is big. She's authoritative out there. She can handle the ball. She can shoot the ball. But she doesn't start yet.
She can handle the ball, but can she handle it well enough against Japan?
Good point. And against Fujioka.
Well, look at her. The Japanese blur goes right past her. She wasn't even close.
And there's your answer. Li Meng is going to get caught out with the speed of Fujioka. But who wouldn't, though? They got to back it down. They might back it down here. They will. Look at this.
They're going to try to take advantage. They get it to Li Meng, and a little bit of help defense from Takata.
Li Meng did well, just a little slow with the move.
Gao Song has to put up her prayer, and she did, or Xiao Ting, and she didn't hit
the rim. Xiao Ting out there.
Yeah, Gao Song is on the bench now. So Takata goes out, Fujioka goes out, and now it's the other Japanese blur, Yoshida, who comes in. So this is perhaps confirmation that we're not going to see Yoshida.
Yeah, and Yoshida has a bandage on her left knee as well. So I don't know, is it Mahuli in first quarter? We didn't see this for the last 3 or 4 days.
So she enters ahead of Kondo. And also she is in for China. Huang Xijin as well on the ball. That's a little bit of a mismatch. And the fake, Miyazawa, though, had the hand in the face. Good D from China once again.
Look at him run, Jeff.
That was Lu Wen who's come in and had the good D. Passes it back outside to Li Meng. And now Huang Xijin. And Yoshida pulls up.
Well, that's a run and gun affair, and you got to love the action.
This is why the Indians love watching these two teams.
I wonder if they'll go post up again for Li Meng.
Cross court, wide open. Oh, this is a shooter. She can hit it.
Wow, she's played well, she. Outstanding shooter. She's gone 4 of 6 in the last 2 games. Really coming into her own.
Sucky, the jump shot. The veteran back in there as well. Hovas is really circulating. He's got Kawamura coming in next on the 22.
Yeah, this is Li Meng. She's, like you said, Jeff, not a great ball handler. This is the element, the post-up side of it. just too slow with the move. She's got to come up with a quicker move, a little more subtlety to her play. This is the weak area now. It's quite clear for China, that point guard position.
Interesting. Look at she's been knocking in the threes for the entire tournament.
Here's Osaki's juice.
So the big mystery is what has happened with Lee Yoru, the 18-year-old who has been sensational. After about 1 minute and 4 seconds, it was almost as if she checked herself out of the game.
Yeah.
And she's leaning on the bench. You can see at the top of the screen, leaning on the chair. And, oh, ball goes out of bounds. So good pressure from Miyazawa. She not able to control it. You know, Yao Ming is watching events, and he's
got
the
front row
president
seats today, Jeff.
He's the president. Yeah, he didn't want to mess around. He wanted to get closer to the action.
Got here nice and early, though. He was there at least 45 minutes before the game started.
He's the president of the Chinese Basketball Association now, also the World Cup 2019 ambassador. Yoshida drives in, and Japan missing some looks here, so China keep their noses in front. Big early minutes for Mawuli on Shenyi. Son Mengran not 100% clearly, but Coach Zhu getting her in the game.
Wang's made it quiet, the number 11 for China. There's a lot of upside to her.
Look at Yoshida. You bring the ball down, then the smaller player is just as tall as you are. I just didn't see this happening. I mean, you know, to go to Sun so early, it just makes me wonder if we're going to see Yoru.
She's standing up behind the whole bench as well, so obviously there's something not quite right.
Mawuli. Oh, explosive move for Evelyn Mawuli.
I just wonder whether Tom Hovas has been holding back Mawuli through the tournament, because we've not seen her come in the first quarter before. First time she catches it on a half court offense, the explosion to the hoop is like, wow.
Exactly.
You need her on the floor more.
That's a great point.
But it might be he's done it intentionally. Something up your sleeve.
Only he knows, and we'll have to find out. He's grinning like a Cheshire cat over there.
Certainly not the cat in the house again.
There's Yoshida. Well, cat amongst the pigeons.
Now Wong comes out early here, so she's not really had a great introduction to the game. The 11, Guao's back in.
Gao Song, the more experienced. She crosses midcourt. Here's
nice.
Lu Win. Missed the layup.
Blew it.
Then Japan, they end up with Shi for the three, and Mawuli now. Japan want to pass the ball up the floor. They'll get it up there much quicker. Beat that Chinese defense. And the Indian referee says it hit the underside.
Well, it can hit underneath. He's saying it hit the backside. Now, if it hit the backside, Jeff, it wouldn't rebound forward, would it?
No.
So therefore, it's hit the underside. The bottom, sorry, which is allowed to hit.
That's the first time I've ever seen a coach go out and tell a referee something and win it. First time. It never happened to you.
Yeah, maybe. I still don't know what the call is, to be honest with you.
6 seconds on the shot clock, and Sucky, well, they don't come away with points.
Well, this is going to be a real low-scoring one here.
Look at that.
Pass from Xiaoting.
And the pass up the floor went off, I think it was Mizushima. They're in such a rush to get into that fast break that time they're in too much of a rush.
against Yoshida, I think, Jeff. I'm not
for
sure.
A hold.
I'm not sure who she held, the cutter up top or the dribbler.
Well, 1:47 to go in the quarter. And I think one more foul, they will be in the bonus. China will. Son Mangran, I think that's symptomatic of her not playing much because she's a good shooter. Sucky, the second consecutive time she's turned it over.
And not a great shot, was it, from Shen?
Nope. And look at that, Sucky runs the court, and Japan take the lead.
Yeah, and Shen now wants to calm it down again. That problem position for China, we've not seen it because we've not seen them challenged yet, but you called it, Jeff.
And now down the lane, and a three-point play opportunity for Ting.
Yeah, wonderful turn of the pace, and she might have gone too deep, but she managed to just get that ball up into the rim, off the backboard.
Saw the replay of Ting.
Yeah, nice sort of punch of the air too. You know what it means to get that down one. That's her first points of the game too. 5 scorers in the book for China, 4 for Japan. Leading scorer in the game is Sucky and Fujioka, who's on the ball here.
Fujioka, entry pass. Oh, Fujioka just puts it on a platter every time.
Yeah, Fujioka's going to go to work if Son Mangran's in the floor, because Son Mangran with that knee injury, not as mobile maybe as the other two bigs for China.
And both are good, so Japan back in front by a point inside the final minute. Remember, Nakaoka has a couple of fouls already. She's on the bench. And now Zhao Xuan's pass goes out of bounds, back over to Japan.
That's a shocker. That's an absolute shocker. Not the inability to read the defender on Ting that was trailing there for Ting, had every right to curl that screen. And Zhao just put it where she thought she was going to be, in the corner.
Takata. Strong move from Takata. And I think without Wong Hongpin or Lee Yuru there, it's an easier play. Gao Song drives in. Or post up, and now Japan with a 3-point lead, their biggest of the game, and presumably the last possession. China do have a foul they have no foul to give, in fact. And now a bump will put Japan on the line with 11 seconds.
And Zhao's got this foul. Not much in it really, Jeff. It's almost as if Miyazawa ran right into her. Number 9, Zhao Xuan. So Miyazawa will get the 2 free throws. Being fairly good from the free throw line for the tournament. Hasn't missed one. 5 from 5.
She was interesting how she didn't really get it going yesterday against Chinese Taipei.
No, she didn't take that many shots. 0 from 2 from the 3-point line, 1 of 1 from inside the arc. So just opportunities really. Played 22 minutes.
And when Huang is not in there, it's a noticeable drop-off for China.
Interesting as well, Lee Yuru has sat down now, but she's right at the end of the bench.
Well, final seconds ticking off the clock. Oh, and Li Ming drives in and gets a basket.
Big strong move,
we saw the
Jeff.
best of her in that move.
Big strong move, yeah. She's a good athlete, strong.
Japan lead at 18-15 after 1.
Jeff, like a...
Well, 1 of 7 from 3 for China, 0 of 2 for Japan. But look at that, 8 of 8 at the line for Japan. That's the difference. Well, feast your eyes on these highlights from what can only be described as an electric first quarter. I mean, it was, okay, we saw some mistakes, some missed shots, but the intensity level is there. We've seen it from both of these teams all tournament long. And really, you know, Japan, perhaps not as strong without Taka, Shiki. They don't have Yoshida, but the intensity is there, and maybe that game against Australia and the confidence of having won the last couple of Asian titles is helping them right now.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboard, Jeff, Fujioka, how many assists does she have? Do you have live stats up? I don't think I've got them as well, but Fujioka for me is a true game changer. She has 4 points, everything runs around her. She's very...
Yeah, Fujioka, she has... 1 second.
Just getting up. She's got 2 assists already, 2 rebounds and 4 points. So she is the big difference between these two teams. You know, China really, I wouldn't say struggling. They don't have as much creativity at the point guard position. Their strength is elsewhere. Here's the post up on Limping. She's 0 for 3 under the bucket, Jeff. A little more composure. Got everything right there, just couldn't get the touch.
Well, Fujioka pulls up for the short jumper. Too hard, and now Xiaoting, well, she isn't able to run and meet her at midcourt and slow it up. Now, we saw the impressive move by Limping at the end of the first quarter. Is that going to be the start of something good from her? Zhao Xuan inside to Xiaoting. And China pulled to within 1.
Beautiful pass from Zhao, and a good cut really from Xiaoting.
Takata.
1 and done with big Wong in the game, Wong Hongpin.
And Mizushima back in, no Kondo yet. Now Limping spins and loses it. And quickly to Fujioka. And the bounce pass on a plate, and Kawamura missed the layup.
Jeff Limping she can't be putting the ball on the floor going against Fujioka.
Fujioka or Mishima.
Too quick, yeah. You're going to get in the low post, post them up.
Yeah, against this team, she needs to play more of a forward.
Yes.
And nice strong move once again from Xiaoting, and she puts China back in front.
So that was out of nothing, wasn't it? A little drive down the lane.
Fujioka. Ball goes around, stays out, and China now starting to get some of the momentum. Hovas might want to burn a timeout. Look at this. Gaosong, the reverse layup, and that's exactly what we'll get. A Tio from Tommy.
Beautiful play from Xiaoting, but what a cut from Gaosong. Cut back door. What's this right now? In your picture, there she goes. A little reverse layup. Oh, you know, you mentioned it last time. This is electric. You know, Japan go up by 3. A minute later, China's up by 3. Just really high-paced, high-quality basketball.
See number 16 there, that's Lee Yoru, who's been one of the real stars of this FIBA Women's Asia Cup, but she left the game 1 minute and 4 seconds into the contest. And it sort of caused some perhaps chaos over there on the Chinese bench. They brought in Hong Pin, but then when she went out, the coach had to go to Sun Mingran, who's been injured. But it seems as if China have now figured out something against this Japanese defense.
Li Meng out the game too. Shen's back in, she's back in. Interesting, because they were instrumental in that little run just now.
Bounce pass, and Nakaoka couldn't catch it. And now Ting. So Japan reeling a little bit here. They don't score out of the timeout. Oh, she just goes right down the lane, misses the layup though. So both teams missing some easy ones.
Did everything right except the finish, wasn't it? This little Fujioka.
Oh, her passing is sublime, isn't it?
It is. Just the vision, Jeff, and knowing when to get rid of the ball, the precision. But she gets rid of the ball, gets it out of her hands so quickly.
Sucky. And off the front of the rim. Low-scoring game.
And China cleaning up their boards too. Not many offensive rebounds going Japan's way.
Gao Song back outside. Shin Yi. And Hong Pin.
And a foul. Saki's foul, Jeff, number 6.
Is that number 2 on her? Osaki. No, it's her first. Yuka Osaki, formerly Yuka Mamiya. Now married, and Ting will come out and be replaced by Lu Wen. You might lose a little bit of offense, but you get a little bit of defense with Lu Wen.
Such an asset, these bigs for China. They are really strong.
And Gao off target. Look at Fujioka, goes all the way, puts it up and in. Grease lightning. And now China's lead is 1.
That was electric. That was
6 fast break points for Japan.
Yeah, and that was from a 3-point miss from Gao. Well, they're going to give this to Wong.
She will take the jumper, but maybe not that far out. Shin Yi, go! Wow. She takes it, she makes it.
Jeff, that was out of nothing too. That was an offense that went nowhere very quickly.
Fujioka. Out to Nakaoka. And she falls down, and Lu Wen gets the rebound. Good hands from Takata. That was Shin Yi there. Seeing the shot clock winding down, she had no other choice. She's hit some 3-pointers in this tournament, so not all that surprising. She and Shin have hit some 3s. Wong turns, and Wong sees in with the rebound, but then puts it down.
Didn't want to go up, did she? That's a great tip, though.
They get it back to Wong. She gets it back. And look at that. And now China controlling the boards.
They're getting beasted in there, Jeff. Beasted. Sure, there's got to be a back down here. Go to work. Go to work.
She over to Wong. She's going to put up. And again. And that is going to go off of Rui Machida.
Lu Wen did well there. Lu Wen tipped it right onto Machida. Smart play.
And without Shiki, perhaps a little exposed. What was that, a 5-second call?
A quick one.
Oh, it was. So China has outscored Japan 9-2 in the second quarter. Japan is drying up offensively. Well, they have dried up. She Goes hard to the basket, draws the foul on Osaki. That's her second.
Saki looks up and says, I didn't do much wrong there. I kept backing off.
And she gets up a little gingerly. Like she's got a little bit of a knock on her right side. She's consistent offense, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a good player, good shooter. So you wouldn't say it was a textbook style, but a very, very good shooter.
I don't think we're going to see Lee Yoru again. I mean, Son Min-gran has now. I mean, I saw the coach look over at Yoru.
I agree, Jeff. I'm not. You know, there's no confidence inspires me. She's going to come back at the end of the bench. Not really. It's the end of the bench where you're not really involved, isn't it?
And Yoshida, that was just an easy one that they needed desperately, with China starting to put together a run. Just the second basket. The third and fourth points of this second quarter for Japan. Now Sijin travels.
It's a good call, Jeff. She jumped in the air before she went to dribble. If we get a closer look, you'll see what I mean. So, Jeff, can they win this without Lee Yoru?
Well, that was a dodgy pass.
Yeah,
so,
you
know, they've coped well without her, to be honest. And maybe this level, as an 18-year-old, is just a bit much for her. You know, they're not playing the Philippines out here, or the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Nice jump shot.
That jump shot there just tells you, if Japan get hot, this is going to be a problem case for China. I don't think they can win without Lee Yoru, because it's that ice-breaking.
Son Min-gran dumps it to Lu Win, and she's blocked from behind by Takata. Now Machida has it, and Machida quickly over to Fujioka.
This young lady here is the real nugget for Japan.
Traveling on Osaki. There's another look at Takata with the jumper.
Good shot to make.
So again, Shenyi.
Ching set to come back in, yeah.
Oh, Shin fell down, was able to pass it. Wong, Sijin, offensive foul, led with the right elbow. A little bit of emotion from Hwang Sijin. That's good to see.
It's a good call too, because her right hand definitely left the ball on the move to the hoop. Lu Wen sits down.
But it's not often that you see that type of reaction from a Chinese player. Oh, nice bounce pass, and good recovery from Gao Song.
You know, here's my thoughts, Jeff, right now with 2:59 to go, and I'm sorry to have given to you, but with a player like Fujioka,
I eagerly want to hear them. Yes.
Her ability to break down a defense so easily. The second half, if she's will be her coming of age, I think, because you cannot cope with a guard that quick and that intelligent.
But can she play this many minutes?
Oh, no problem. No problem.
She can run all day.
Yeah, absolutely right.
She was built for this type of game. Nakaoka for three. And
of course, when Japan start hitting shots.
Well, Shenyi open and doesn't get any love from the rim there. Son Min-gran collects the rebound, passes it out. Under pressure, Shenyi attacks again. Look at that, Takata sneaks in there, but Hwang Hongpin or Gao Song gets it in the end and puts it up and in. So China really feeding that low post, trying to get that high percentage shot, and Fujioka lays it up and in. Superstar, superstar.
Hang on, hold on to your hats, folks.
Is there anything she cannot do?
See, there's a certain amount of
oh, Shenyi, that's a tough move from her.
There's an amount of indecision about the Chinese players that May come in a little more important second half. Picked up a foul on Shen. It's her first foul of the game. This is a good move from Shiki. He gets all the way to the block and powers it up. But you notice straight away, ball's inbound, Fujioka's off to the races in a split second.
She pulls up for the jumper that time and hits it.
Fujioka says, let's dance. One side, the other, come back again.
She's got 10 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds.
That's called getting the defender on a piece of string.
Miyazawa going to come back in. And, oh, that ball almost went in. The pass was to Son Mengran. And again, Japan with a chance to pull level or take the lead. And Kawamura hits it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm telling
Zhu
you,
Liman calls timeout for China.
Get your money on a second. Get your money on Japan now. And I wouldn't have said that before because I was pushing China, wasn't I?
You were very pushy.
But Liuru not in. I feel there's just that element that's missing from this team.
And it's a mystery. And Yao Ming is curious. Maybe his
got his phone out.
Words of wisdom will be needed for Lee Yoru at halftime. Look at Zhu Limin. Here's Yoru standing sheepishly, number 16.
Yes, she is, isn't she?
It was almost as if she came out and said, I can't play at this level, at this pace.
No, it couldn't have been that, Jeff.
Do you think it's an injury?
I don't know. I just don't know. There's no obvious injury.
There was a little, you know, I mean, Osaki just really kind of gave it to her on one possession when she tried to attack. And then at the other end.
Yeah. Incredible. Fujioka's assist, Jeff. I'm just on 4 assists so far. She's going to get I'm going to guess a triple-double.
Well, she needs to get a few more rebounds.
Yeah.
She's only got 2 rebounds.
Here's the dance move there. We go to the left. Should we go to the right? The puppeteer.
You know, if I were, I know we were talking about this earlier, but she's young. The point guard, so important. And I mean, we both agree. I mean, she is elite status already.
Yeah.
Already. Japan has got a treasure as they build towards the Olympics.
Jeff, it's a breath of fresh air. I'm telling you.
Oh, look at this. They find Ching. Great play by China.
I'm not sure how Japan ended up giving up a layup on that, but well found. Good points for Shi. 9. She leads all scorers for China.
There's Fujioka.
Here we go. 1-on-1. What do you get?
Look at that. What was Miyazawa doing? All she had to do was catch and shoot. Takata. And now she takes it back. Well, good response coming out of the timeout from the Chinese. And she misses there.
As long as they can keep taking defensive rebounds, they're going to be in this game. Here we go. Look at this. The rocket.
Careful, Xiaoting. You don't know what you're guarding.
Don't get too close.
Look at the pass inside. This time Miyazawa puts it up.
Oh, dear.
I was wondering why Fujioka wasn't taking Xiaoting. And the clock has stopped. They called timeout.
Must be.
They're going to put some more time on the clock. Look at this. Just a terrific, terrific play.
That'll be assist number 5 then.
Yeah, she's got 10 and 5. Also a steal.
Not bad for
her weaknesses. She doesn't block enough shots. So this semifinal, every bit as good, I think, as we anticipated. And you said it, 9 points for Shi. She's been consistent. Li Ming, you know, the way she finished that first quarter, I thought maybe she might start getting into gear, but not really. Fujioka with 10, leading for Japan, and also the 5 assists.
Well, for some reason, Li Ming ends up in the doghouse and getting less time of a Shen, but you can see it in terms of speed. Perhaps not got the speed you needed in that position. and get definitely in a game with Fujioka, you know, you're better off getting somebody out there that can run with her.
I think you said it well. I think you said Olivier Apupa is lightning quick for France. But the big difference that I see with Fujioka and Apupa is I think I see a lot more flair, a lot more panache, the passing.
Apupa doesn't shoot very well.
The offense, I think she's more of the offensive package, Fujioka, and Apupa is just, you know, she is grease lightning when she gets in transition.
Speed and the ability to stop quickly too, which Fujioka has.
Right.
And Apupa will go at full speed, but when she's in there, she's not really. She can get drowned in there.
Shouting and the final seconds, and they had a foul to give. They've got another foul to give, in fact.
Oh, very, very close. It wasn't an hour 1-2. I guess it was far enough away.
So
2.3 seconds now, Jeff,
now.
because the obvious thing for a team to do is catch and shoot, and then you go.
Look who's coming in. Lee Yoru is coming back into the game. So strange old situation.
Jeff, I don't remember those. Maybe she just got leggings on, but the black leggings on her legs. I don't think it's an injury thing.
We'll find out after, that's for sure. She gets it to Wong Xijin, puts it up, and, well, that's how it finishes. So, China coach visibly perturbed as China walks off the court. We have got a 32-all game here at halftime.
And if you look at those stats there, Jeff, no three-pointers for Japan yet. Yeah, Julie Min and rebounding heavily in favor of China, but the 32-32 scoreline. As soon as Japan start making jump shots, this game will turn. And Fujioka is a game changer. Lieru is a game changer. If Lieru plays, then I think they've got a big chance of winning. Otherwise, I think Japan can win this.
$32-all at halftime of the semifinal, the FIBA Women's Asia Cup here in Bengaluru, India, between China and Japan. 32-32, China and Japan knotted at halftime in a real thriller of a FIBA Women's Asia Cup semifinal. The winner will advance to the title game to face Australia, who were convincing winners over Korea. So the loser will face Korea in the battle for third. The good news for all four of those teams, obviously, is that by winning the quarterfinals, each has qualified already for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in Spain next year. So Mick, it's been a crazy game, an exciting game, and a game with some head-scratching moves, none more so than the China coach's decision to remove Lee Yoru just 1 minute and 4 seconds into the game. And it wasn't for an injury, it wasn't for anything other than there was something that he saw that he didn't like in that first minute. Jeff, and what does that do for an 18-year-old's confidence?
And the other thing, then you put her back in with 2.3 seconds in the half. You know, I don't know, I'm not coaching, I'm sitting here, you're sitting here, so you know, you live and die by your decisions. But I'll say it again, you know, right now this Chinese team is a little scared. They don't have their leading scorer firing on all cylinders. Let's see if she's, I don't think she's even going to come out for the second half as a starter, because it looked like Huang Hongpin at the 14s there. So therefore Fujioka, she can weave her magic. If Japan can make shots, this is a game they can win.
Well, we saw already this Japanese team face a really good Australia team and take them to the wire in their group phase game. We haven't really seen China get pushed in a game so far. I mean, to be fair, to give them credit, without, you know, controversial moves aside, with the removal of Yoru, you know, they have been able to respond and hit back and tie it. They were down 18-15 after the first quarter. They led for part of the second quarter. You know, is this going to be a game that's going to stay close? And it appears that Lee Yoru is going to come back into the game to start the second half. And what about China? What about Japan? You know, Fujioka's been terrific. Is Nakaoka going to get on track as she did in the quarterfinal? Are we going to see, you know, she needs some help. Second half action underway here in Bengaluru, India. Japan and China facing each other in what so far has been a classic semifinal at the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. And Japan strike with a Nakaoka 3 to start the third quarter.
And that's assist number 6 for Fujioka. She is closing in on the double-double. China must work the Lee Yoru magic here. They've got to get the ball inside.
And traveling, so Yoru, who has just been tremendous for China in this tournament, benched after a minute into the game, and now
Nakaoka's first points of the game. She loves to shoot plenty of shots during the halftime break too, and she got plenty in.
Fujioka, thought she had the shot, gives it back to Sucky.
Yeah, Fujioka maybe one more pass on.
And look at Shin Yi, push it quickly for China. And Gao Song scores.
Like a track meet, isn't it? Fujioka goes one way, Shen the other.
Well, Sucky was wide open. Look at this. And this time
she did so well to get a hand on that, because that was layup city. And she had the game. Xiaoting in, Jeff.
Coach Zhao Xuan.
Zhu Limin is just, he's up and down with his, that's a China ball, no?
Well, it looked like it. Lee Yoru putting pressure on Osaki. So the inbounds play. Takata now back over to Fujioka. Fujioka passes back outside. Nakaoka for 3. And shot. And the reach in, and Almost a steal from Fujioka.
Almost got it, didn't she?
Xiao Xuan up ahead to Xin Yi. And it goes, and Li Yoru, there she is.
It's amazing what you miss when you're not around, eh? It's that easy for Li Yoru, and less easy for the other bigs for China to get something like that going.
And now turnover into the hands of Xin Yi it is. An offensive foul. Is it Gao Song posting up?
Yes, it is. Poor mistake from Gao. And down the other end, Fujioka's first mistake of the game, Jeff, I think. That should have been a layup, not a pass.
And Huang Xijin comes in for Gao Song.
Jeff, there's an element in this game where both coaches are under pressure, therefore they make decisions under pressure. Now for Zhu Limin, he's not been in that situation the whole tournament.
A quick drive, and Fujioka not able to score it, but in the fight for the rebound, China called for the foul.
Jeff, what is Fujioka, 22, 21?
Fujioka is a very young 23. Okay. No, actually February 1st.
She's 23, yeah. She's got it.
Yep. And
the referee was
China
tempted
ball
to give that to China, but there was a definite nudge. The foul wasn't called, so Fujioka probably quite rightly given the ball. Fujioka turned Gao all the way around, the shower all the way around.
Here she is looking, probing. Well, that time perhaps affected by the presence of Yoru.
Yeah, she's going to have to pull up for some jump shots. She's going to have to make some shots here.
And it goes to Huang, and again, a good look for China. This one scored by Xiao Ting.
Having Li in the game is a huge factor, huge difference for China.
Osaki open. And again, the momentum with China. And the scrap down low. Is it Takata? They've called the foul on Li Yoru.
No. Just outstanding work from Yoru. Look at this. That's the pass down to the extra pass from Huang to Xiao Ting. I mean, Li Yoru, just textbook post play. Whatever work they're putting into her in terms of learning the game from the post position is just outstanding.
So Mizushima checks out, and Shen Yi, another one for the old Capitan.
Huge shot from Shen. Second three of the game.
And Miyazawa just goes right to the basket.
Yeah, good play. Fujioka did well, got it inside, got it out as well. Managed to not turn it over. She'll have to start hitting the foul line jump shot soon.
Good hands from Takata. And now, goes behind the back. Hands it off to Sucky. Saki's not hitting her shots.
No, that's two she's missed.
Fujioka, though, takes it and lays it up and in.
They just can't get
12
close to
points.
her, Jeff. They cannot get close to her.
Inside, and Li Ming. But just when we think Japan might start to do something, China come back and reassert themselves. It's difficult. Sun Mengran now, a little bit of a twin tower combination.
But I think this might be to Japan's advantage, Jeff.
Because she can't get up and down the floor as quickly.
And she will not be able to guard that pick and roll if Fujioka can get in her and pick and roll. Especially with that dodgy knee.
Liu in also in for China.
Now it's funny, Li Men here shooting the free throws. Jumin Lee will not want to put Lee Men at point guard and guarding Fujioka, even though there's an advantage on the offense with her posting up. But he will not want to risk the defensive end.
Oh, Takata. And now Japan must have numbers. They do, because China were trapping, and Osaki lays it up.
Miyazawa, beautiful pass. Just got it to Osaki just in the right time.
And look at the hustle. And they couldn't save it in bounds to a Japanese player. Now China have it, and Son Min-gran again. And good hustle, but China will maintain possession. Good hustle from Nakaoka.
Yeah. That's what I mean about putting Son Min-gran in there. The ball went in, but it came out pretty quickly, and she wasn't agile enough to pick up that loose ball.
Did Japan actually ever have possession? Because they reset the shot. Oh no, now they've taken it down to 17. Oh, look at that. And a mistake, and the ball goes out of bounds. A little miscommunication on the inbounds. Gives it back over to the Japanese. What a Far East classic we have, folks. You know, Australia, New Zealand in the Asia Cup. But this is a classic.
The wrong way, Jeff. She got to hustle back. She thought they had the ball. It is a classic. You're exactly right.
And
I think 21-22, I think, Jeff. There wasn't 4 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they just reset it. They shouldn't have reset it, right? Should be.
No, it was Japan's ball, but I think the referee's
24 seconds, right?
Referee's saying 4 seconds. He just questioned whether it was 4 seconds off the clock, and the commissioner said, "Yeah, that's right."
Okay.
Here's the pick and roll they want. Wow, look at this.
Fujioka had Yoru there, and Nakaoka, well, didn't have much arc on it, but didn't matter. She put a line drive in the hoop.
You know what she was doing, Jeff? Just a little pull-up.
Well, Japan back in front. Nakaoka had the 28 points against Chinese Taipei. There's Shi going up against Fujioka. Be careful now. Son, Li Ming, and Li Ming traveled. I didn't see that. Maybe it looked a bit awkward, but it.
Yeah, just probably all right. Look at the little jump shot here. Right now, China not really getting into much of a set that moves around. They're very static. If you're going to use Lee, then use her.
Look at the misdirection from Fujioka. Takes it all the way. We just say it time and time again.
He's got problems now because that pick and roll was so high up the lane. Lee Yoru had no chance.
And the dump to Yoru, and the big 18-year-old puts it in. Look at that quickly. Nakaoka.
It's scary.
Where in the world does Fujioka get all that energy?
I know. Let's hope she's got some for the fourth quarter. They're going to post up Lee again. Great play.
And offensive foul. Was it a push off?
That's tough on the 18-year-old. Look at this over the top pass. Fujioka, great catch and finish. How many assists now, Jeff? 8?
7. Son Min-gran comes out. Zhao Xuan back in as the pace quickens.
And don't forget, she's probably made 4 or 5 shots for people that have missed.
Oh, she crossed up Zhao Xuan. And
deserved better. Oh, yeah. Cries of "oh my God" behind me. So.
And Zhao Xuan is a good defensive player.
Yeah.
Plenty of quickness. A deadly crossover.
You don't see it often in the women's game, Jeff, do you?
Look at this, Son. Oh boy, that is big. She's got that in her repertoire, and now we've seen it tonight. First time. Look at her turn. She gets in, whips it out. Takata. And Miyazawa answers with a 3.
They just need, if Japan get a 2 or 3 minute spell where they hit jump shot after jump shot, this could be a 10-point game.
Well, we got to give China credit. They're hanging tough. Look at Zhao Xuan, answers with a 3. Having just been crossed up, and now the pass, and she let us Sucky a little too much.
Yeah, Fujioka just needs to calm down a bit. I think one got through, and you can't, you won't expose the Chinese defense every time like that.
So China hit the 5 threes, so they're doing better from 3-point range. This was Sun. And that was the 3 from Zhao Xuan. So they've hit a couple here lately. Ming now. And travels, second time she's traveled in this quarter.
That should usher Shen into the game, I think. Jimin Lee will get a replacement in straight away, and Li Meng's looking over to the bench. You can see the sub waiting. Uh-oh, here's a matchup.
Oh, look at the shift, the change in direction, but she missed it this time. But Sucky was there.
Oh, the foul against Liu here, Jeff.
And unlucky for China, she looked like she had her tied up and ends up getting a foul.
That matchup. Now, Li Meng playing defense. It was mentioned, wasn't it, that her inability to guard somebody quick was a problem. She sat right at the end of the bench, but that was just blistering speed from Fujioka. And she beat most defenders.
Here she is again, passes it back outside to Miyazawa, and that's a 3. Did they give her a 3 or a 2?
We'll find out in a minute.
They gave her a 2.
But what a tough shot. Miyazawa's had some big games. One more.
Now Sun, another one, and that one rims out. And Miyazawa, here comes Fujioka again, into the corner to Nakaoka.
A poor pass in the end, wasn't it? The shake and bake time. Here we go. No.
Fujioka, she's going to go past her. Here she goes. Pulls up for the jumper. And good. Zhao Xuan holding her ground. Now Shen Yi. Quickly, look at her push it up the floor. And Xiao Ting, cha-ching! She ties it at 52.
They might be better getting Fujioka out here, Jeff, just to give her a quick break.
Yeah, they've forgotten about Yoshida. Entry pass. You can't take that out. Another assist,
9.
Number 9. 14 points, 9 assists.
5 rebounds, Jeff, is that right? No, wrong.
Yoshida, look at that, assist 15 apiece, and she's got 9 of them. And Yoshida seems quite happy to be a spectator. She's cheering on like a fan. Oh, what a big time move from the 18-year-old.
Jeff, doesn't it go to show you the first half performance when she wasn't in the game, how vulnerable China looked? So you got 2 players here, one for each team. The 18-year-old Lee and the 23-year-old Fujioka, both big-time players.
.54 apiece. And she converts the 3-point play.
See, now would be a good time to get Fujioka out with 44 seconds left, perhaps, but Tomo Vass is going to let her Weedo magic a bit more.
A tough pass handled by Miyazawa. Sucky. And Fujioka pulls up and puts up an air ball. And now China. Push it quickly. Will Xiaoting pass to Shen Yi out on the wing.
One shot left, surely.
And that is experience. So China have taken some body shots here, but they continue to be strong. Look at Gao Song, puts up a jumper. Not a good last possession for China. And it's interesting, I mean, they've hit some jump shots to keep them to maintain this lead, 55-54 after 3.
Here's your numbers, Jeff. 46% against 53%. I think inserting Liaru the third period has bumped those 2-point numbers up. That is for sure.
Well, Nick, it's 10 minutes remaining. I mean, pressure's off and away. Both these teams going to the World Cup, but you know what? This is big time. You got Yao Ming in the audience. We're in Asia, Australia waiting to see who they're going to face in the final. You got a chance to get to the top of the podium. You want to take it, don't you? You want to get into that final.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I mean, watching China play without Liaru first half, you think this team needs more to complement her skills. And watching her play the third period, what does she have now? She has 7 points. And I'm not sure how many they scored the third period, China, but
23, they outscored them by a point.
So she's got 7 of the 23 points. And Fujioka herself, she's got 14, she's got 9 assists, 2 rebounds.
And the pass quick down low. Xiao Xuan, boy, she hit that crucial 3. Now Huang Hongpin right at the line. And you know who's first to the ball.
Absolutely. So sprightly.
Takata. And she gets inside, lays it up and in!
Jeff, only Fujioka could see that gap and what was going to happen when she got into that gap. Unbelievable vision.
Ting, Huang Hongpin putting pressure on the Japanese rebounder. The ball goes off of Japan.
Look at Liaru. What does she get? She got 55 seconds of break, and Zhu Limin realizes he's not going to win this game unless his superstar's in there.
Entry pass, they get it to, oh, look at Liaru, boy. China back in front by 1. You know, incredible, these two newcomers. The wrap and outside to Takata. The scrap for the rebound. Yoru comes down with it.
Tough call this. Nakaoka's got the foul. It's a real tough call because her third foul has just run right into her. Look at this post up. This is why she's so valuable to this team. That ability to just be such a presence in the post.
She passes back out. Shen Yi, they know she's dangerous from deep. Now inside, Gao Song, oh, she goes up. Song takes that advantage back to 3. China with a little bit of momentum here. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Long way to go. Shake and bake. Sucky chases down the long rebound and stepped out of bounds. Boy, she's having a nightmare shooting the ball.
Yeah, Jeff, and I'll say it again. Fujioka will give this team jump shots. They've just got to put some jump shots down. And when that happens, they will win.
Sucky now 3 of 10 from the floor, and a three-pointer is good.
Instead, it's the other way around, isn't it? Gao opens up with a 3, and timeout for Tom Hovas. 6 points lead. He doesn't want this to escape any further.
China now 6 of 18 from the floor, from three-point range, and Japan just 2 of 9. I'm impressed by China's ability to withstand this, to be honest. I mean, Fujioka has the 16 points, the 9 assists. Sucky struggling shooting-wise, but she does have the 8 rebounds. But I've been impressed. I mean, China, you know, and now that Yoru is in there, they look much more potent.
Oh, I mean, how do you stop Yoru? You know, when you saw in the first half, Huang Hongpin and Sun Mengran, they don't have, you know, there's a certain intelligence about Lee Yoru, the ability to use your body, get somebody on your back, and then ease them out the way. This young lady, Jeff, we're talking about 2 players in this court who are world beaters.
Yeah, Yoru, the 18-year-old for China, and Fujioka, the point guard. Look at Yao Ming there, Chinese Basketball Association president.
Reading the stats, isn't he?
Also the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 ambassador. Also happens to be a legend in every sense of the word. He's looking at it, he's admiring. He's like, boy, that Fujioka's a good player, but I like Lee Yoru. She's really doing a good job. I'm sure that's what he's saying. Or he could be saying this Indian coffee is pretty good. Here you go. Shen Yi and Fujioka that time almost had her pass intercepted by Gao Song. You know, your point about this possibly the best Chinese team in a long time, it's it's holding up. Here we go. Takata, and she draws the foul. I mean, you know, I thought the point guards would be bothered a little bit more than they have been by Fujioka and Yoshida, but Yoshida's not playing with Fujioka out there. He's gone about as big as he can, hasn't he? He's got Takata, Osaki, Miyazawa, and Nakaoka on the floor to combat the size of China. There's Osami Yoshida on the left. She's dyed her hair. She's got clearly the knee problem. She played excellent yesterday, but was limping off the court. So they are missing her today. No doubt missing Shiki in the WNBA, and I'm pretty sure Shiki must be watching this thinking, I kind of wish I was there. Free throws, a perfect 10 of 10 for Japan. Entry pass, oh, Lee Yoru again! "11 points for Lee Yoru.
And rebounds wise, what's she there on rebounds, Jeff? She up there or no? She just...
No, not really.
Yeah, 4 for the game.
Oh, boy. Osaki just can't buy a basket now, and she's probably going to come out. And here goes Chao Ting! Cha-ting! And a foul called as well. A 5-point swing. Osaki, the veteran.
Look at the speed to get the ball down the floor. Very interesting, Jeff, the way they run their break. So the point guard will get the outlet. The job of the 2 and 3 is to get to the foul line extended down the other end as quick as they can. And that's the idea. Get the ball down to that position in the space of 2 or 3 seconds.
Biggest lead of the game, Mick, for China already. And Xiao Ting can take it to 9, and she does. And with just under 7 minutes remaining, Mawuli is also going to check in for Takata. And Tom Hovas having to play a couple of different cards now. But that was such a big miss from Osaki, because if she makes it, obviously it's a lot closer game, but China were able to run and to get down the floor. So it ended up being a 5-point swing. Nakaoka, and her pass intercepted. And now the Japanese starting to unravel a little bit. Lee Yoru inside. And the foul, Mawuli. It's the third team foul in Japan.
It's a machine, isn't it? Foul line extended, get it to the foul line, dump it down, look high-low.
Now Mawuli came in for just a second, and Tom Huvas wasn't getting what he wanted. He didn't think, so he's brought in a little bit more speed. Oh, but Shin Yi left open! And Japan dodged a bullet.
Yeah, Fujioka just caught down, caught under the screen. She didn't really want to be that deep in.
Kawamura, and what a rebound that was. Tough pass though from Miyazawa to Fujioka. She's not big enough to catch that pass. Well, all is not lost for Japan, but again, China showing they are mentally tough. And now Gaosong, another one, and it rims out. Fujioka quickly to Nakaoka.
What a pass.
And the left hand from Nakaoka.
It's got to be assist number 10, isn't it?
It is. How do you stop this? You don't stop it! Lee Yoru powers her way up.
Yeah, Jeff, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's that quick. What's 3-4 seconds? As much as you can peg them back one in, they just come right back at you.
Miyazawa and Mashida battling, able to get the rebound incredibly. And then the reach and the foul on Xiaoting.
Yeah, I think so.
5:13 remaining. You think Japan have it within them to come back?
Yes, I do.
Comes in.
You know, there are a couple of jump shots that are making this interesting, but that's the one area they cannot cope with it. And when I talk about intelligence, the ability of Lee Yoru to just use the space she's given.
Yoshida out to Nakaoka for three, hand in the face, and fouled while attempting a three-pointer. That's a big call against Lu Win.
Yes, it is indeed, because all you got to do is, like I keep saying, just get a hand up, bother the shot, don't make it easy.
We see it more and more in international basketball. The threat of the three-point shot brings out players like this. And I'm sure there's a bit of a sail that's going on as well from Nakaoka. And she makes, and look at this, you know, we always talk about the free throws being so crucial. Japan today, perfect at the line. 12 of 12, 13 of 13. Tom Huvas, the Japan coach. Look at that, 13 of 13. China, 7 of 8. They've done a good job as well. Well, that was a big sequence, and now under 5 minutes. Can China continue to get the ball inside to Lee Yoru? Or are they going to hit some big shots? Look at the battle down low. Sucky back in. And the jump shot short. Xiaoting follows, or Lu Win follows. And it goes back to Japan. Huang Xijing will check in.
Jeff, I think this might be the most important minute or so now for Japan. A 6-point lead, 6-point deficit. They've got the ball. They have to score here. This has to be pressure on China. High pick and roll they're looking at, just to free up Fujioka.
Yep, she's got the pick. She's going to take a jumper. And they kept it alive, and then Miyazawa missed an easy one. And Wong Xijing fresh off the bench, providing some fresh impetus. Fujioka has to put it up, and she hits it. A three-pointer, no less. 69-66, 19 points for Fujioka and 11 assists. I think she's on the all-tournament team, don't you?
Absolutely. She'll be MVP if they win this.
Now Wong Xijing for three, and the rebound. Fujioka up ahead. Nakaoka almost lost control of it, and nevertheless makes it 69-68. Another assist for Fujioka, but this is the shot clock winding down. Puts up the three over Lee Yuru.
Watch this pass, Jeff. Watch the speed it comes out of her hands, and Nakaoka almost fumbles it. You know, you're watching what greatness is made of here. Absolutely incredible. Now, Limping, this is what he's paid for. A 1-point game, 69-68. He's got to draw something up. They all know where the ball's going inside. So now Japan have to draw something up to prevent Lee Yuru being so effective. She has 13 in the half. Fujioka 19 points, so I'm guessing 10, 11 assists now. This will be a double-double. For me, will go down as one of the more memorable double-doubles I've seen in my life. For somebody coming onto the international stage at 23 years of age. So what's your money on, Jeff? Inside? I think they might post up Limping here. Well, they haven't been very successful at it.
It's a great, great question. Might instead they go for the jumper? Nope, they're going to go down low. Nope, they're going to go for the jumper. Ting, and misses everything. And now Fujioka avoids the foul quickly. Nakaoka, the fake, drives in. Japan missed the layup. Unbelievable. And then Yuru gets the block.
There's one-on-one in the corner. They can't sit there. Okay, there you go. You got it now. Here we go.
There she goes. Takes it. Hands it off to Takata. And the three-point play opportunity.
Look at their heads dropping now for China. They got to pick themselves up. Is there a huddle? Yes. Ting wants to get a huddle. They got to get some leadership on the floor.
Well, Takata.
Jeff, you told me before the game Japan might win it, and I said no way, and I didn't believe you. And I don't know why I should have done, because you're the greater sage than myself. But maybe if they'd left Lee in this first half,
yeah, you're right.
We wouldn't be looking at this.
You're absolutely right. Honestly, how in the world? I don't know. Questions will be asked why Lee Yuru did not play for the majority of the first half. What was the China coach thinking? Because she is a handful. Sun Mingran almost traveled. Ting spins, gets in the lane. That is a miss. And the ball goes out of bounds over to China. Great hustle from Ting after the missed shot. And Xu comes off.
A new shot clock as well, 14, reset to Tom Hovas. I mean, all credit to him. What a team he's got here. I mean, you got to have the players behind you to be. I mean, players make coaches great, and that's one thing I've always said. You know, you can coach a bad team, but that doesn't mean you're going to get results with a bad team. Limping doesn't let his players sit down for 1 second, does he, for these timeouts? Fancy having Shen and Limping on the floor at the same time is a tastier option for me. But then who do you sit down? Do you sit down Ting or Zhao?
Well, I'm just amazed by the events that we've witnessed in Asia. This has to be one of the all-time great FIBA Women's Asia Cups. We know we've got the new teams, Australia, New Zealand, but this has been a terrific match.
Jeff, they've taken Lee Yuru out.
Well, interesting decision.
I'm not sure I understand that at all, because at some point she's so valuable in transition. Ooh, almost a travel there from Zhao.
Well, Sonny Ground this time tries to get in, post up, misses, and Fujioka has it. Yoshida had it and passed it to Fujioka, rather.
Hey, they're a 3-pointer away from this being.
Well, they were trailing by 9. Look at the play from Xiaoting. Cha-ching! She makes another one. What a play from the star.
Yeah, that's solid. That is, what a comeback that is.
That was a big-time shot. Yoshida. They pass it, they swing it. And good coverage. Good coverage from China. And it's going to be Miyazawa for 3.
Another assist for Fujioka. That might drain the Chinese will a bit more, the resistance here.
Nothing better than seeing players make plays. We just saw Xiaoting with the steal and the fast break. We've seen Miyazawa. Who will it be for China? Xiaoting rims out. And then Miyazawa, is it Miyazawa with the foul? Fujioka?
No, Fujioka's got it. She's the one that went in and tried to mix it up. That'll be only the 4th team foul for Japan, so they got 1 to give. Huge play here. If China don't score here, they've got some real problems. So 1 big defense, 1 big stop for Japan. Let's get the ball in and run something.
Jiaoshuan up top. Turns, gets in the lane. Oh, how in the world? That looked awkward. And Fujioka has it.
That was no offense, was it?
Japan with a 3-point lead and 1:11 now the clock.
Here's your value of a point guard, Jeff. Here's the value, just controls tempo now.
Well, she goes right around Galsong, puts it up, misses, but swooping in was Nakaoka and a new 14.
You gotta be quick though, 10 seconds. Here's the shake.
Here's the bake. Nakaoka for 3, that's a bad shot. And Takata couldn't control it, but the ball inbounded, or saved and thrown back into the hands of Japan.
They've got a foul, they've got a foul here, Jeff.
Well, shot clock winding down. 5 on the shot clock. China don't want to foul now.
No,
2,
right.
1. They're not going to get a shot off. So back to China, trailing by 3. Will Japan foul? Possibly. That's a dangerous game to play when China could miss a free throw and get a rebound. Woo-wee. Catch your breath, folks.
Yeah, I think they're going to go, I would go 10 seconds off the clock here.
I know you've got clock management. I mean, do you think that Japan in that situation, were they looking to take time off the clock, or do you think they were...
Oh, there?
Yeah, just struggling to find an opening.
They were looking for something, but I think in the hecticness of 2 offensive rebounds, they just ended up with the ball in the hands of the wrong people. You know, your icebreaker's Fujioka. You want the ball in her hands the last 4 or 5 seconds. It didn't happen.
You said it though. I mean, she has almost got a triple-double, Fujioka. She's got 19 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds. No. She is unbelievable, folks. I kid you not. Watch this woman play basketball. She's not the biggest player on the court, but you don't have to be. That makes it
even more pleasing, doesn't it? She's so slight, but the speed she works out, the vision she sees on the floor, the intelligence.
And you have to really give credit to the Takatas and the Nakaotas and the Miyazawas, how they've blended in with her and given Japan that extra size that they need with Taka Shiki not here.
But I did say, all right, if Japan make jump shots, this game is theirs.
Now China can tie it with a 3. Might Japan foul?
Well, I'd give it 10 more seconds. They're not going to shoot straight away.
Well, they are. They're going to shoot it, and they're going to put up an air ball. Limping. She was like from the parking lot. What was that?
Now you got to catch her.
And Fujioka fouled. I don't understand. What was the play?
Well, I tell you what I think is that we'll take a quick 3 thinking that Japan are going to foul us.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would never foul at 26 seconds with a foul, you know, just to put them on the line. You'd take some time off the clock as much as you would, wouldn't you?
Well, now they wish they'd gone for the 2. Oh, and Fujioka. First miss of the day at the free throw line for Japan.
Well, she needs this.
Oh, how often do you see it, folks? The star.
Now they can foul. They can
cracks
foul
at the
now.
line. New life for China. Steps back. She can bury it. She misses. Bullet dodged. And now the bullet train has it. Yoshida. And that is your ball game. Japan have won a true classic. China had another opportunity after Fujioka missed the free throws, but she missed, and it's Heartbreak City for the Chinese in their first real test at this FIBA Women's Asia Cup. They lead by 9 in the 4th quarter, but they're not able to put away this bullet train that goes by the name of the Japan national team. They came back, and they have won it 74-71. Here it is. She steps back, launches it, hits off the rim.
Was that a 2, Jeff, she took as well?
I know. I think her feet were behind the line, and they just couldn't foul in time. And that is that, folks. This is you know, for the neutral, it's an incredible exhibition, really. Watching this Japan team, I had a sneaky suspicion, as you look at the stats, that we would see this team back in the final. Because remember, when they played Australia, look at those stats, folks. They didn't lose that game. Australia won it. This is a tough, tough team. And to win it without Yoshida, and to come out and to be trailing by 9 points and to still win it, it's just takes your breath away, doesn't it?
I mean, you've seen more than me in terms of women's basketball. That, for me, was by far the best game I've ever seen, the best performance I've ever seen from a player outside the US, and I've seen them play a few times as well. Lee Yaru had 13 points, but questions will be asked, Jeff. How you leave out your top player for a whole 20 minutes and then, I don't know, hope to win.
I don't understand. I don't understand the decision, and now the post-mortem will be underway for China. As you look at the leading scores, Miyazawa had 16, Nakaoka 14. And we're going to look back at some of the highlights. And if you haven't watched all of this, you can no doubt go back and watch it on replay on the various sources like livebasketball.tv. I mean, it's worth watching this player right here, Fujioka. Now, this was a crucial 3. Nakaoka. I think you have to really tip your hat to China in many respects, because they really hung tough for the majority of the game until just past the midway point in the 4th quarter, and then they just weren't able to keep up. And again, they took out Lee Yaru as well late in the game, and you wonder, what was the strategy? Why go for the 3 instead of going for the 2? Why? Because Japan have made all their free throws, and you don't think that you're going to be able to get them to miss. You get the ball inside to Lee Yaru.
It was such a strange 3 to take as well, because it was a good 2 meters beyond the 3-point line. It's just, I don't know, Jeff. But you know what? Japan won that. China didn't lose it. Japan won it. There was elements that were mistakes, but the team in red took it to China, and full credit to them.
Yeah, I think when China look back at this, they will think they did make some crucial mistakes late, but at the same time, they were under pressure. They were under pressure. And, you know, when you're under pressure, and if you haven't been in that situation, in a tournament, how are you going to respond? And it seemed like they responded well for the first 35 minutes, to be honest.
But you spoke to Coach Tim before the game, and you thought Japan were favorites. There's no way Japan are favorites. China were favorites to win that game, as far as I'm concerned. But only if you're playing if the playing field's level, you give Lee Yaru 25, 30 minutes. And it didn't happen.
Excuses. Just kidding. You're right. I mean, there's no guarantee that she would have been the star. But the performances, in all honesty, in this tournament suggested that just would have been a no-brainer. And I can't understand for the life of me why the China coach took her out. So here comes the superstar behind us. We hope you enjoyed that, folks. Fujioka, maybe she's got the inside track to the MVP. What we do know, it's a rematch. Australia, Japan in the final here at the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. Thanks for watching.